Hi, I'm Spencer Magnuson. Today, I just wanted to do a quick video of sharing the milestone that I got to 500 subscribers. Maybe I'll just go over this year because this has been a whirlwind of a year for me. Beginning of this year, I did some add-on tutorials for YouTube. It's just kind of basic ways to get started with making add-ons. I made Proxy Plus, which, if you don't know, is my add-on on generating proxy meshes and rigs. Right around this time, I had submitted to Blender Conference in LA, and I submitted two presentations. I had submitted two because I figured one of them would definitely get declined, and so I just figured I'd increase my odds and just pick two presentations that I thought I would be good at presenting. And it turned out they accepted both, which is great until I realized I had to plan two presentations. But I gave both presentations, and Blender Conference was just a wonderful, wonderful time. Being able to see all these amazing people in person, a dream come true for me. Unfortunately, I also had some of my worst nights of sleep for those 2 days. So if you were interacting with me and thought that I was acting very strangely, that was probably why. But I'm also kind of weird socially in general, so I guess I just use both as an excuse at this point. Made a Samus render, which honestly was just for fun. A lot of people really liked it. I like the style of it. I hope I can develop more of that stylized, but also incorporating a lot of photorealism or just realism in it. And I also did the Pagani time-lapse video, which I honestly thought was a lot of fun. I really loved making that and kind of remastering one of my old renders, so that was very fun. And I also made that video for Light Painter of telling kind of the history of it, as well as thanking everyone for the support for Light Painter. I made a video for optimization on animation viewport playback, which I want to be able to dive into optimization a lot more. And right around this time was when a bunch of extracurricular projects just started popping up. And so that's kind of why I got busy and I didn't finish that part. But I'm doing some collaborations and longer projects that hopefully will see the light of day by early next year. So, and then in October, I was invited to Blender Conference in Amsterdam to present about extensions and how to convert your add-ons into an add-on extension. And of course, last minute, I got sick, so I just recorded it from home. In November, I released another new add-on called Find Duplicate Meshes. It's able to automatically find and try to link any identical meshes in your scene. And this month, I'm finishing a Christmas-themed render challenge, and I hope to be able to share that in a couple weeks. This year has been very busy for me. Yeah, with the presentation I made earlier this year, I talked about how I was kind of walking the line between art and coding. In my mind, I don't feel like I could ever fully leave coding, but so much of what I studied and tried growing up was storytelling and creating art for it. And that's still something I need an outlet for. And so that's why I'm kind of doing both art and code on this channel. So if you feel like it's kind of jumping back and forth, that's why. I want my content to be more of an extension of me instead of serving the algorithm for one reason or another. I was going to talk about some past art, and maybe I'll just have a slideshow of some of my older art on here. Maybe what I can go back to is maybe you want to see my first render. Let me find it. I haven't been able to find anything else that seems older in terms of what I've made with Blender, but I'm sharing this so you know that we all start small. We all start from some beginning. And some people get worried with AI art and think, if the AI can do so well, then why bother making something? And in my mind, I just always go back to things like oil painting. There's people I know that still paint with oils. They still make traditional physical artworks. And I'm sure they have people telling them all the time, you could do this in Photoshop. You could do this with AI. You could do this in some software that simulates brushstrokes. But that's not why they do it. That's not why they make art. They make it because they want to. They make it because they enjoy the process as well as the result. Because I think a lot of people that focus a lot on the satisfaction of the result, they see AI and then get that instant gratification. Well, if I can get the gratification just by doing this, why bother make the full art? But to me, and from what I've learned with having tinkered with AI in one of my earlier projects, that art is worth wasting time for. It's worth the extra hard, difficult effort of it. That's why people love seeing paintings in person. They love seeing hand carved statues in person because you can see the choices. You can kind of see the choices even in this first render. See where all those polygons go, where those materials have changed. Those are all choices. I like that it's me in there. I like that I can see it and say, yeah, I definitely made that. For better or for worse. Even if I look at the artwork like, oh, I did a horrible choice of that. That's still my choice. So if you want to code something, code it. If you want to make some art, make it. And the quality is not up to what you want it to be, that's fine. Take your time. Let yourself finish project after project, and that skill and technique will come. Well, I can't say everything that I plan to be doing next year. I will say I am making a scripting course, and that is something I'm really excited for. This is not a first-time programmer course, but it's you understand the basics of programming and want to get a head start in applying it to Blender. So I'm really excited for that. I just need to get it done. So that's kind of why I've been kind of quiet a little bit. That is what I'm working on, but I'll try to get that Christmas render out. But again, thank you for the 500 subscribers, and I'll see you at 1,000. And happy blending.